while explaining the concept in the video, I've already given the definition. So first thing what you have to do is, from the first video onwards, you need to get that definition, enter into Excel sheet. Most of the people say that when they are attending for an interviews, this is very common. People used to ask me that when I have an interview tomorrow, I'm not able to get all the answers, or I'm not able to recollect the flow or process. I did multiple times, but I'm not able to recollect, or I'm not able to do the revision once, all the things within a couple of hours. Because when we say the course, it comes around 60 to 70 videos, right? We cannot, if all of a sudden say there is an interview tomorrow, we cannot go for revisioning all this videos. It's not possible. I cannot go through the Oracle documentation. Because when you go to your Oracle documentation, there will be some PDF documents, right? Oracle OER, and we go for this. So entire PDFs we cannot do. So the best option for this is prepare the notes from the videos which I have shared. You need to prepare the notes from the videos which we have shared in our class. You have to play the video, gather this answer. For example, tree. In the interviews, they'll ask you, what is tree? We are not able to tell the answer, but we have created multiple times. I'm not saying that you don't know or you are not practiced. You did, but you are not clear with the definition. But they want that explanation in the interview. They don't want us, they don't give a laptop and ask you to create tree. They'll say, what is tree? Tree is a graphical representation of an hierarchy. When we want to define the hierarchy between the objects, we'll go for create a tree. There are 4 different types of trees we have: position tree, department tree, organization tree, and geography trees. So if you maintain these notes in Excel sheet or in Notepad, better have Excel sheet instead of manual writing in the notebook. Better maintain Excel sheet, because which is very important when you are working in the project. Typing skills. You have to fastly type when you are working in the project. Sometimes they'll ask you to share the screen and can you configure the workforce structure, or can you hire an employee? But when your typing skills are not up to the mark, they find out immediately. So only 3 things where they can identify you are not a real-time consultant. The first one is the way you are communicating, how you are going to interact with them. First one. Second, the way you are going to prepare your documents. The third one is your typing skills. We don't need much faster, but at least we should have some naming conventions with all this. We are supposed to make it. Okay, so better create an Excel sheet. Okay, one Excel sheet for global HR. What is implementation project? It's a group of offerings which we are implementing for our client. We will choose an implementation project which will be useful to assign the task to the consultants and to overview the project status, how many tasks completed, how many tasks are pending, resource-wise analysis. This all we can do. That's what we implementation project. Maximum 3 lines will get. Keep that. Like that, you will get at least 100 definitions from all HCM, 100 or 150. That Excel sheet is enough. Daily 30 minutes you can spend on that Excel sheet. You will cover global HR, you will cover absence management, you will cover payroll, you will cover talent management, you will cover Fusion Technical. After completion of my course from RTL Technologies, I used to tell everybody same thing. How we have to prepare for interviews. We are not clear. Or when I am doing the payroll, I forgot global HR. I forgot what are position types. 4 position types. What are the position types? We have 4: shared, single incumbent, none, pooled. 4 options are there. If you ask me what are different types of payroll organization methods, payment methods in payroll, we have 3: organization, personal, third party. If you ask me what is the third party payment method, third party payment is nothing but an organization or person who is not on our company payroll, but still we are paying the amount. That's what we call them as a third party. How I am able to explain this answers? That is possible because number of batches I am delivering. It's not that I am working in the company. I am working in the company, I am gaining the knowledge, real-time issues. That is different. How fluently I am able to explain the definitions? Because I am running the institute. I am delivering the batches. The same thing you do it. How you are to do? When you are going through the video, get that information into Excel sheet. Maybe it takes 3 to 4 days time. Your complete notes will be available in Excel sheet. Okay, that Excel sheet, every day 1 hour you spend. That's enough. Every day, after completion of practical, global HR, payroll, options, talent, technical, complete all the things. Let's sit on the Excel sheet every day 1 hour. 4 days, 5 days, 6th day, everything will be on your mind. If I ask you even small checkbox also, you will tell. Because every time I cannot go to the video and go through 1 hour, right? By going through 1 hour video or just to see 5 minutes of Excel sheet is equal. Both are equal. End of that, the knowledge is equal. Theoretical knowledge is equal. I'm not saying practical because practical already we have done. The only thing what I want is I want to clear an interview. If I want to clear an interview, here theoretical explanation is required. Means definition is required. You are supposed to use the professional words and you are supposed to explain in a experienced way. It means without having any hesitation in the interviews. You should not call it as SAR because in IT industry nobody will call it as SAR. Even though if he's a project manager, we don't call him as a SAR. Either we'll call it as name or we'll just generally will discuss. The moment when you say SAR in the interview, they'll identify you are not a real-time consultant. Remember, you are not a real-time consultant. It's clear. Because it's a professional, especially IT sector. So there is no question of calling it as a SAR. We'll call it as maybe if it is very, very senior people like director level, vice president, they also don't like to call it as SAR. Okay, so that's the first thing. How we have to call talk as an experienced consultant is when you are giving the explanation, there should not be any zigzags. It means we'll create a department and then we'll go for business unit. No. First we'll create business unit, then we'll create department. This type of zigzag should not be there. If you don't know the answer, say, I'm sorry, I don't have idea, or I'm not able to recollect. Be confident. How confidently I'm speaking now? The same way. If you do not know the answer, say, I'm sorry, I am not able to recollect, or I have not come across. That's so simple. Then after completion of that interview, then next level you can find out. So that's how you have to speak in the interviews. Don't be hurry. Don't do this. Let's be professional. You are there to interact with the interviewer. Interviewer is there to know what skills you know. That's all, not more than that. This is not something, CBI inquiry or ED inquiry or police station inquiry, right? You are not done nothing wrong. Just you are trying. You speak English. There might be some grammar mistakes, and there might be, excuse me, some subject also there might be wrong. No problem. You are supposed to rectify in the next level. Okay. So like that, you think if you lose this interview, there will be hundreds of interviews. No need to worry. Many of the people, if I lose this opportunity, this company is a level 5 company. They said this is a permanent job. Nothing is permanent in IT sector. Note it down. You work for a big company, nothing is permanent. Okay. So it's all depends on your skills. Don't think that if I enter into some level 5 company, my life is secure. No. There is not like that. But you will get a good opportunities. But try to clear that interview. I'm not saying, I'm not degrading that big companies. I'm not saying that this is not important, but don't get tension. Because of that, if I lose this opportunity, I may get or not. That is not a problem. Next. Second one is, when you are attending for an interview, you have interview at 3 o'clock. By 2:30, be ready with your laptop. Check your sound system. Check your camera. Is it working or not? Check your internet. And don't forget to record your interviews. You can use some external mobile and record the interview, whatever conversation happened between you and the interview. Those interview questions are very, very, very important. In every interview, for example, let's say interview duration is 30 minutes, but you did 20 minutes only. At least you will get 20 questions, 15 to 20 questions. Let's say you attended 10 interviews. How many questions will you get? 200. 200 questions. 150 to 200. Do you find more than 200 questions in HCM 4 modules? No. The second thing what we have to do, 15 questions you have recorded. By next interview, you have to clear these 15 questions. Otherwise, don't attend the interview next time. Because you are unfit. You are unfit for the interview. Then why again you are attending for interview? In the first interview, they have asked 15 questions. You answered only 5 or 6. The remaining 9 questions, you are not clear. It means you do not know the answers for that. You are unfit for the next interview. First, you have to clear these 9 questions and answers. Then attend for the second interview. In second interview, again 15, 20 questions. Again that. Like this, if you go for practice, one fine day, whatever the questions you have come across in our previous interview, same questions will be repeated. Then you are going to answer. Remember again, if you are not clear with the current interview questions, don't attend for the second interview. It's waste of time. Go to Google, go to YouTube. There are many professionals. Try to put it in WhatsApp group. I am ready to answer. Try to subscribe for Telegram groups which are related for fusion. Try to subscribe for WhatsApp groups which are related for RTL fusion. Same thing, subscription for YouTube channels. Because there are many professionals are there across the world who are posting the valid content in our social sites. We have to communicate with them. There is nothing wrong. You can post that question. Do anybody know? Please reply. Somebody may, either me or there are more genius people than me also. They may give answers. Like that, you have to enter into this vision world. Let's get everything into your mind about the fusion applications, about the interview part. Okay. So that's a basic, that's a common for any module. That whatever we discussed last 10, 15 minutes, it's generalized for all, whether it's finance or HCM.